everybody, Kieran O'Brien back here with a brand new video, and today we're going to be talking about how you guys can leverage Instagram story ads to grow your following on Instagram. Now, this is something that people have been doing for a long time now, but it's a pretty simple strategy that anybody can implement, and I'm going to kind of walk you guys through the process, how to run the ads, and what kind of results that you can expect with these types of Instagram story promotions. So, without further ado, we're going to jump into my laptop and get this video started. All right, guys, so welcome into my computer now. We're gonna go over quickly how to run this Instagram story ad to get some more followers on Instagram. And if you guys don't already know, Facebook owns Instagram. So what we're gonna be doing today is completely through the back end of Facebook. So if you don't have experience with this already, essentially we're gonna be using the Facebook Ads Manager. And you pretty much just go to business.facebook.com if you have a business manager. And then if you just are you just have a personal Facebook account, then you just go to the drop-down menu in the top right corner on Facebook desktop version, and then you should see a little button that says ads or manage ads or something like that. Click on that. It'll take you to your ads manager. All you have to do to get started with Facebook ads is pretty much set up a payment method on your ads account. Every Facebook account comes with an ad account as soon as you set it up. You just set up your credit card on file and you can go from there. Now, we're gonna get into running this story ad on Instagram, and I'm gonna show you guys the story ad that I'll be running. And a lot of you guys will actually probably get targeted with this. So let's watch this really quickly. Note that it's 14 seconds long, right? You can't have an ad longer than 15 seconds for Instagram stories. That's the most important part. If you have it at 15 seconds, it'll actually go into the milliseconds. So if it's 15 seconds, it could be like 15.8 seconds and your ad's gonna get cut off. So I try to keep it right around 14. That's the safest bet. So let's watch this ad really quickly. All right, so that's pretty much what it looks like. I'm sorry you guys probably couldn't hear the audio because it was coming into my AirPods, but that's pretty much what it looks like. And there is some subtitles, so that's what it said. And as you can see, I'm sitting on my car, so it kind of gets people's attention right at the beginning. There's a little title at the bottom saying 19-year-old entrepreneur makes multiple six figures online. It's talking about money, it's talking about my age, it's showing me in front of a nice car. And those are just some things that are getting people's attention right off the bat. And we're going to be targeting cold audiences with this ad, meaning people that don't know who I am, right? So right off the bat, we want to be able to catch their attention. I'm not a huge flexer. I don't like to show off my car. I don't like to show off material objects. However, for this ad, again, we're going to be showing this to people who don't already know who I am. So we are going to try to get their attention a little bit with some of those tactics. Now, this is one of 3 ads that I recorded the other day. And so I will be split testing 3 different creatives. So my graphic designer hasn't finished the other 2 ads yet. So I'm just going to be making this video for you guys today with this one ad. And I'll show you how, if you want to, that you can split test creatives as well. Now, one more thing that we're going to cover before I get into the actual ad is audiences. This is one of the most important things. We're going to look at the audiences that I've created for this ad. So guys, there's 3 different audiences that I created for this ad. And one of them is people who have actually engaged with my Instagram account. And then we've created what's called lookalike audiences. So pretty much a lookalike audience takes a certain percentage of a population of a country, and it'll pretty much serve your ads first to the people who are most like whatever audience it's mimicking. So let me break that down a little bit so it's a little bit more simple for you guys. Essentially, this right here, all engagement 365, this is an audience of 58,000 people who have engaged. So they've messaged me or liked one of my photos or something on Instagram in the last 365 days. And then so I created a lookalike audience, which is 2.1 million people, which is about 1% of the US population. So it's taking about 2.1 million people and finding out of those 2.1 million people who are most like these 58,000 people and then showing this ad to them. Therefore, we can assume that we're going to get people who are most like my current Instagram followers seeing this ad. Therefore, the people who follow me should be high quality. So that's kind of how that works. So to set these audiences up, pretty much you just connect your Instagram to a Facebook page that is owned and connected to this ad account. And then you come here and you click create audience, custom audience, you go Instagram business profile, and then you can come here, select your Instagram account, create this audience, and then you can do a couple different things. Anyone who's visited your profile, anyone who's engaged with a post or an ad, people who have sent a message to you, people who have saved a post or an ad, etc. I just did everyone who's engaged, and then I created that audience. You can do anything up to 365 days. You can do 30 days, you can do 90 days, whatever you want to do. And then what I did is I selected it, and actually I clicked on it, and then I click actions, I click create lookalike, and it'll. All right, guys, so I just filmed the entire rest of this video with no audio. So as you can see, I've got my campaign set up there in review, but unfortunately you didn't see how I did this. So I'm gonna run back through exactly what I did. I apologize for this, just had a technical difficulty. Going in here, I believe we were in the audiences tab. So we'll just open this in a new tab here and just run through quickly what I talked about there. So I believe where I left you guys off is I was showing you how to create a lookalike audience. So once you've created an audience based off of your Instagram engagement, you just click on it, you come up here to actions, you click create lookalike, and then it'll select a lookalike audience. Now, here's where you select your country or your source region, and then it'll pretty much just take 1% of that region and find out of those people, the people who are most like the source audience. And that's essentially how lookalike audiences work. And we can come here and create up to 6 of them. So if we click 6, it'll be all the way up to 6%. And the way that it works is it's 0 to 1%, 1 to 2%, 2% to 3%, etc. And so if you do it this way, it'll literally just create 6 audiences right off the bat here. And that's how that works. So that's how you do that. I've made 2 audiences here. One of them is US only, and then one of them is Australia, Canada, Great Britain, US, and one other country, just the main big English speaking countries. I think New Zealand maybe. And you can see that's 3 million people because it's 1% of those countries. And then the US only is 2 million people because it obviously has the largest population out of those countries. So moving on, now we are ready to create the ads. So this is what the ads look like when they're done, as you can see, because I made them with no audio. But we're going to come back here and just click this green create button in the top left corner. We're going to create a traffic ad. And we will go ahead and call this IG story ad US, right? And the reason that I'm calling this US at the campaign level, I'm not going to do a split test here. I'm going to keep that unchecked, is because creating a split test, that split tests everything at either the ad set or the ad level, depending on what you're split testing. For this, we're only running one campaign with one ad set and one ad. So I'm just going to do a manual split test at the campaign level. And I'm just going to do it that way. So therefore, I'm not going to do split test or CBO. I'm just going to keep it very simple and do it this way. So click continue. And so this number 1 audience, and actually I lied, I am going to do more than one ad set. We're going to do 2 ad sets per campaign, and those will split test against each other. But this number 1 campaign that we're going to do is going to be a lookalike US 1%, right? And this is 1% of our Instagram following in the US, the people who are most like my Instagram following in the US. I am going to go ahead and click it right here. This is my US 1% all engagement 365. And then everyone in this location in the United States. And we're going to go ahead and drop this age down to 16 because I went and looked on my Instagram insights. And if you have an Instagram profile, I recommend you going to the insights tab before you run any ads on Facebook and seeing who your primary audience is. My primary audience is 18 to 34-year-olds. Therefore, I know I do have a lot of younger followers as well. So I'm going to drop this down to 16. And then we're going to put this right at, let's say, 36, just to be safe. So we're going to do 16 to 36-year-olds. That puts us at 2 million people in this audience, estimating 57 to 165 link clicks per day. And that should be good. Now, the budget for this one, we're going to do $5 a day because I want to spend about $20 a day on these campaigns in total. And we're going to be running 4 ad sets, 2 campaigns, and 2 ad sets per campaign. So 4 times 5 is 20. That's $20 a day that we're going to be spending on this. And so that's what that looks like. Now, the most important part here is the placements. Obviously, this entire YouTube video is about running Instagram story ads. So we're going to be running this only on stories. So first and foremost, we can uncheck all of these, keep Instagram only, right? And then when we come down here, we just uncheck Instagram feed, and then Instagram stories becomes the only placement that we're using. So now that we are Instagram stories only, now we can jump on to the creative, the ad part of this advertisement. And so now we're just gonna come down here, we're gonna click video and slideshow, Topgolf. I do not want your email marketing right now. We're gonna click upload video. We're gonna click on the video story ad one right here. This is the video that we're gonna be using. So guys, now you can see that we've got the ad running here. We've got the learn more button, and don't worry, it actually won't be overlapping that text when it's actually on Instagram because it'll be below it. There's like a little black bar at the bottom now since Instagram has been updated. And we're gonna use, as you can see, the learn more objective or the learn more call to action. And then the website URL is going to be instagram.com/Kieran O'Brien because that's my Instagram page. So now there's 3 different ways that people can become a follower and actually click on this link. When they get this ad on Instagram stories, they can either tap here, they can swipe up, or they can tap on my Instagram name here or my Instagram profile. Either one works. And then they will land on my page and become a follower. Hopefully that's the goal for them to click the follow button. So that's kind of how that works. And then we'll publish that one. So with that being said, guys, the other ad set that we're going to run is an interest ad set. So this is essentially the same thing, except we're not doing a lookalike audience this time. We're doing an interest-based ad set. So that means that there's no custom audience here. We're just doing United States 16 to 36. I put 35 on accident. 16 to 36. And we're going to select a couple different interests. Now, this puts us at about 30 million people, which is a good amount of reach. And you can see we're targeting Gary Vaynerchuk fans, Ty Lopez fans, entrepreneurship, digital marketing, social media marketing. Perfect. We're going to publish that one. That's exactly what we're looking for. And then that is it for that ad set. So if you want to split test creative, if you have more than one video that you want to use, you pretty much just do the same thing. You come here to the ad level and you click duplicate, and then you would come here, click duplicate, same campaign, same ad set, duplicate, and you'll come here and go ahead and change the video right here. Click change video. So we're going to delete that one because we don't need it. So that's how that works. Now, on the campaign level, now we have the worldwide version of this ad. This is pretty much the same exact thing, except as you can see in this one, we're going for a worldwide audience, excluding the United States. So we're getting everybody in the world except for the people in the US who are into Gary Vaynerchuk, Neil Patel, Ryan Deiss, digital marketing, social media marketing, etc. And the most important thing when you guys are running a worldwide campaign is that you run it to people who speak the language that you speak, because you don't want a bunch of followers that speak different languages that can't understand what you're saying when you're posting on Instagram, right? So I have here, you just type in English. If English is the language that you speak primarily, you type in English, and that's the followers that you're going to get is people who speak English, right? So that's what that looks like. And that's really important when you're targeting a worldwide audience, not so much as important when you're targeting the US where most people speak English. So that is pretty much it for this video, guys. I'm going to, in my next YouTube video that I post, I'm going to run through the results for this. I'm expecting, these are my estimates based on, I run Facebook ads all day, every day. So I'm expecting that the worldwide audience, excluding the US, is going to get me like a 1 to 2 cent link click, cost per click. And the US only ad, this one is probably going to get me like a 3 to 5, maybe 6 cent cost per click for the link clicks there. But again, the US ones are more valuable to me because they're potential real followers that are going to engage with me and maybe buy my products and services, etc. So they're more important to me. So I am willing to pay more for those. So that's how you guys do it. Go out there and make these campaigns on your own. It's very simple, very easy. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below on this video. I'll be responding to all the comments, and feel free to go shoot me a direct message on Instagram at Kieran O'Brien. On Instagram, I respond to most of my direct messages. If you guys have any questions about this or any of my other video topics, I'm happy to help. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.